So I want to do a very quick overview of RTMG and really just go over what's in there, what the different sections are, and maybe one or two things I want to explain. So let's start with the course overview very quick, which is just a PDF that's included. This gives you an overview of all the different videos and the different sections, which we'll talk about very briefly as well. And there's one thing I want to touch on before we move forward. And basically this course was designed to kind of show you what's possible with a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop. Even if it's a few years old, the laptop that I used for this, it has the specs in here as well, so you can kind of compare. But even though this is still fairly new at the time of recording, even a gaming laptop or desktop with a dedicated GPU should be fine for most of the course. I don't think there's that many, I don't think there's anything that will really be a showstopper. Like I said, this is focused on EV, so anything that supports EV somewhat decently should be able to be used in this course. Now, another thing is that I've used the Blender 2.83 beta for this, so you might want to be mindful of that. If it's still in beta, then make sure you go to the builder.blender.org/download link down here and have a look at the beta and use the 2.83 beta. If 2.83 has been released, then you're fine. And yeah, there's nothing else you need to know outside of that. So just to run you through, in the intro section, we've got 3 videos. Melanie's just talking about how to set up your Blender UI and some add-ons. The modeling section, we've got 11 videos here, and they're all about just, procedural modeling, that kind of thing. Don't expect too many sort of regular modeling techniques. This, like I said, this course is very much focused on sort of the more experimental side of things and how to get creative and how to have fun with some of these techniques. Then the animation section has a whole bunch of different videos on animation, basically both animation and simulation, and how to optimize some stuff, or maybe how to do a few things more quickly than you're used to. And yeah, we just look at all of those one by one. Then we've got the shading section, and there's a lot of information in here about how to quickly sort of set up shaders that look a bit more complex, or how to retain a lot of control when we're doing different things with materials. And one or two EV specific things that we look at as well, just to get an idea of how we can push the engine, and we could try different things and how to set up things properly to make them work or look the way you want to. So, and then finally we're rendering, and this is really very EV focused obviously, but also a little bit on how to get your renders out of Blender and out of EV into other applications, or maybe even do some light compositing in Blender itself if you like that. So that brings us to the last section, which is arguably one of the more interesting sections. And this one actually starts off with 3 videos where we do a project from start to finish. So I just show you from start to finish how to create something. And then starting with a hologram landscape, we break down the other 6 projects in here, which are some of the titles that were used for the promotion for the course. But all of these scene files as well, if we go back, are available in the Blender files, and you'll be able to open every single one. So for each section, whether it be in the modeling, animation, shading, or rendering section, or project section, whatever file we end up with, I've saved and I've included here for you to take a look at. So yeah, that's just a very brief overview of the real-time motion graphics course for Blender. Hopefully you enjoy the course, and if there's anything you want to ask me, feel free to just hit me up on the store page. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have before purchasing. So yeah, with that said, I hope you learn a lot and that you have a good time with the course. All right, have fun.